So welcome back to the action. It's a very wet state of affairs now here in northern Germany. We had 40 degrees last week, we've got 17 degrees this week, and rain. So that may have an effect now. We've returned to the action with the men's competition. Here we see the pool standings. France against Portugal will be the first game here, and we see them topping their group. Germany in pole position to progress into the quarterfinals. And in Pool C, Georgia, Belgium, Italy, Lithuania really battling it out. A lot closer than it might look. Lithuania almost stealing points there. And we see the fixtures as they stand. So it'll be France, Portugal, Britain, Ukraine, Italy, Belgium, Georgia, Lithuania, Czechia, Poland, and Spain, Germany. As I said, France against Portugal will be the opening men's fixture of day 2. France topping their group with Portugal together. Both of them going 2 from 2 on day 1. Portugal with a slightly better points difference. France with their experienced players, Riva, Pares and Sefo. They have been at the heart of almost everything, but their young guns really making an impact as well. Here we see the Portuguese squad, Manuel Fati, watch out for him. Hayden Hahn also having a great tournament. And we're just about ready to get underway. Both teams in the dry tunnel, watching the rain fall. I just wonder what effect this will have on the tournament. Both of these teams very experienced, technically strong, so I would suspect they won't have too much difficulties, but it might just change the tactics slightly. It might become less expansive, less offloads. Robbie, what kind of effects do you expect to see?
I mean, we saw with the Germany women in the last game of the block that they were able to execute their game plan really well and still spread the ball wide, great handling. So I feel like some teams will be able to do this, especially France. They have 3 gold medalists, Olympic gold medalists in their squad, so they'll be looking to play the same way and not be affected by conditions. However, it's more likely that we'll see some handling errors, ball will go too floor. It's unfortunate that this rain comes now with this great tournament on the way. I'm excited to see this game. Both teams unbeaten on day 1, but both teams with some very competitive games, with some good rugby played yesterday. This is going to be a big one.
Yeah, so France playing from right to left in their classic blue kit. Portugal from left to right in their red-maroon with green armbands. And France seeded first for this tournament, which is no surprise. They earned that right with the win last year. And we're underway. A very contestable kick there. Portugal unable to get the greasy ball under control. But it's a double knock-on, and Portugal will have the first scrum.
Yeah, we talked about it. The high ball contest off the kickoff is such an exciting area of the game of sevens. And in this one, Portugal tap it back, and then there's a contest on the floor. And that's always hard to control the ball on this, and especially with the conditions as they are, this knock-on's likely to be happening. Portugal with the scrum, and they were dangerous yesterday off scrums. They had some good set-piece attack, so I'm excited to see what they'll be able to do from here.
So on Portugal spreading the ball instantly into the width, into the wide channels of the park. Challenging on the outside in a 1-1, little drubber kick going through there. And France control it beautifully, jumping on that loose ball and transitioning straight into an attack of their own. And they secure that and distribute once more. Building from the back here. Back onto the same side. There's an opportunity here, a little 2-on-1 on the outside. And they make good progress into the Portuguese half. Playing with great depth on these passes. And Sefo, he's been fantastic this weekend. And that's just the opportunity for Portugal to put some pressure on there. The ball squirting out the back of the breakdown. They do collect. But the French defender able to drive them into touch.
No, it's a line out.
A little bit of a discussion between the players and the referee. He wasn't really happy with getting the way he was taken off the pitch, but the ref is adamant that we will play the line out. There was nothing illegal there.
First set piece for France, first time they get a real opportunity to attack the ball with space. But Portugal steal it, and now Portugal with the transition play, look for the skip pass out wide. But unfortunately, this is the conditions, this is the rain, the ball's wet greasy, these wide passes, they're hard to control. The ball comes with a lot of speed and it's hard to catch, hard to control. So it's understandable that Kutz cannot hold on to it here. It's a good option, the space is there. Unfortunately, it breaks down, so we have another scrum. Alexis Livron is gonna feed the ball to the big French scrum. Look at them, there's 3 big boys there. Very
yeah,
powerful.
They really are. Very powerful, athletic team, these French. They are true athletes.
I'm excited to see if they feed Diego Miranda the ball. He showed some outstanding footwork and pace yesterday. They're the man in the centers. They attack hard, and it gets out the back, but Alexis Livron is able to clean it up, and France regather. I don't think this is how they planned that move. This time Diego Miranda gets the ball, distributes it over back to that big pack they have. And them showing good footwork, good leg drive, setting a face, but that ball's lost. And Portugal with the ball.
Stop.
Okay, the referee blowing his whistle there. It will be a penalty. It looked to be hands in the ruck to me. I'm not quite sure what the referees decided, but we will be seeing a yellow card. The French player sent to the sidelines for 2 minutes to cool off. Did you see the infringement there, Robbie? Here we might see it in the replay. It's a kick, isn't it? The ball did go loose. I'm pretty sure that wasn't intentional foul play. He's tried to hack that ball through and just collided with the Portuguese player. It's foul play. It's a yellow card, even if it wasn't intentional.
It is unfortunate to him here, and I agree. But yeah, it is the right choice. With the rules as they are, you give a yellow card for that. But unfortunate to the player.
Yeah, unfortunate for the French. That gives Portugal an opportunity to maybe get an early lead in this game. They're up by a player, and they go for the long line out, straight to Fati, who does get the hands free and get the offload away. A lovely big long pass out to the winger. Kutz taking on 2 French defenders and making progress.
Yeah, I can see Kutz this time. He adapted the way he caught. He's not trying to catch it with his fingertips, but bringing it to the chest first. He has the time to do it. But now, Portugal seem to have lost it. Alexis Livron again feeding it. And now the French backline looking to create something, even though they're down to 6. What do you do now, Ian, in this situation when you're down to 6, you're down a player? Do you still try to attack expensively, or do you want to keep the ball, hold on for the 2 minutes, and then get the player back to then open up?
Oh, absolutely. You're talking about running the clock down here. If you do get an opportunity, you take it. Of course you do. You're still attacking. You're still playing rugby, but you're not risking maybe quite as much. You want to keep the possession as much as possible during this yellow card period. The goal must be to not concede while you're down. And that seems to be what France are doing. They're managing the situation very well, not allowing the Portuguese an opportunity to attack the ball.
And that's Roger Ombi. We talk a lot about his size, but he just showed now he's also very quick, and he's shown some great footwork in this game as well. He's a good all-round rugby player. We're excited to see more of him. Unfortunately, this time, jacked into touch, but he was always dangerous when he had the ball in this game already.
Yeah, he's just gone a little bit too close to the touchline there. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to draw in these outside players. But just, unfortunately, while he was already on the deck, he slid over that touchline. Fati again, getting the ball at the back, moving it on. That's a lovely little offload. What a great play. And Fati distributes out to Kutz. Kutz with the foot control, and he picks it up beautifully, heads for the corner. But the French defence once more covering every move that Portugal make. Fati once more, moving it out to the right. This is a great opportunity here. He attacks the gap and throws the ball over the head, just in the moment that his support player took the inside line.
I was going to say, this is a communication error. Kuto doesn't look too happy about it, screaming a bit, but you can see 2 different ideas. Him going like a little skew and then trying to pop it over the top. Bakuto in the same idea, thought, oh, I'm going to take that switch, and so the ball goes loose, and it's a line out to Italy. They messed up that to Italy, to France, I'm sorry. It's the blue jerseys in the early morning hours. To France, they messed up their first line out. Portugal, same move twice. Let's see what France do of this line out. And they've changed, go for a single man lift. And Alexis Livron now can move the ball on. And Miranda's back on the field as well, so back to 7. Well done to France. Good management of that yellow card, running the clock down. No points conceded. They'll be really happy about this. This is very rare in 7th. The yellow card always, or usually always, ends in points for the opposite team. So well done to France, and now they were looking to score some points themselves, being back to 7.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it, Robbie? They've done their hard work now. Now they've got to attack, got to get those points from somewhere. I suspect these won't be high-scoring games today with the weather conditions, but France are away here, challenging the Portuguese defence, keeping the ball alive. That was a lovely little interchange in the tightest of spaces, and France will score the first try of the day. There's a reason they're the first seeds here. They were composed when they were down to 6. They get up to 7 and get their first points on the board.
And that is Diego Miranda. I was talking about him earlier, then unfortunately got that yellow card, but now with 2-minute rest, with rested legs and fresh legs, he immediately takes that sprint down the field. He was well done, freed by Alexis Levrand in the play before. Good drawn pass. And now Diego Miranda makes up for his yellow card. He's lucky they didn't concede, and he scores a try himself, and he's looking to convert now.
Yeah, and here we see it again, this little interchange, like I said, very tight space here in the channel, only about 10 metres to work with, and they do it, all 3 of them interchanging fantastically. These short little passes might work a little bit better today with the weather conditions. Like you said, they'll be struggling with the long loopy ones.
Yeah.
The speed of the pass will drop a little bit. So we're talking about little pops, little push passes, drawn pass, the basics of rugby union here.
And especially when you have players with that individual class like France do, they're able to create something with their footwork and then playing those 3 little passes because they create the space through that for someone to run onto.
Ils n'ont pas touché les extérieurs une fois. Donc on continue à être compact. En attaque, c'est bien. Attention sur les breakdowns, ok, ils y viennent à 2, à 3, faut qu'on soit vraiment solide et si on la sort, derrière les opportunités.
Bon, en défense, on est très bien. Par contre, il va falloir être plus réactif sur les phases statiques. Touche, on n'est pas réactif, mêlée, on n'est pas réactif. On se fait prendre que là-dessus. Alors, il va falloir bouger un peu plus vite. Sur les prises de décision en attaque, à mon sens, on est un petit peu lent. On ne va pas pouvoir forcément déplacer le ballon fort. Mais par contre, il faut agresser à une avantage avec plus de conviction. Là, on déplace, on est un peu entre les deux.
Segunda parte, vamos ter que começar a mudar. Já sabíamos que ia ser assim, embrulhado por causa da chuva, pá, mas tivemos o domínio, estávamos bem, estamos a fazer bom a contestar no chão, estamos a tomar algumas vezes, ainda dava um bocadinho, mas estamos...
And here we see once more the only try of the half, after being down to 6 players for 2 minutes. Taking control of the game, the first points on the board. And the rain continues to pour here in Hamburg as we prepare for the second half.
Yeah, Jocelyn Bouhier, he deserves a lot of credit on that as well. Hey, great footwork, keeping the ball in 2 hands, stepping inside, stepping outside, drawing the eyes, and then giving it to Levrand, who gives it to Miranda. Great work by him.
So we're just about ready to get going with the second half. It can all change very quickly. 1 score is not much in 7s rugby. Only takes a second to score a try.
Okay, Reg, stay behind on both sides. Ready?
And we're off. Portugal with the kickoff, playing from right to left in the second half. And France rise through Delamare to command the air and win that kickoff. They're off, down the tight side.
Unbelievable athleticism on that take. Outstanding height on that jump, and then catching the ball while doing so. Really good.
Yeah, and up to the 10 metre now. Again, just keeping it safe, keeping it secure. Cepho sees an opportunity. Fatty covers him well, though, on the blind side. Just stands him up. Penalty France. Clear signal from the referee there. Hands on the ground. Going straight to ground, sealing it off. And removing the opportunity for France to recycle, which is the reason for the penalty here.
Guys, let's
Martin
play,
Bloom seems like he's looking to tap it, which he is. So now France have something planned. They go back to the short side, and again they manage to free space on the outside. This is what they've been working on. They want to, and that offload unfortunately goes forward, and now Portugal with an opportunity to attack.
Yeah, it's a double knock on there, isn't it? As Kutz just fumbled that when he tried to pick it up. But my French isn't very good, but in the half-time I was able to pick up accuracy in attack. So the French coach was talking about the accuracies. He'll be disappointed with this. It was a great attack. I think it was Delamare, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And he's just forced it slightly on the inside. He went for glory. And maybe the better option would be here. Oh, but you got to go for it, don't you? He fancied it.
It was a great set-piece moves that freed him. We saw it was a practiced move. They tapped, and then they gave the ball in, switched directions again, and then freed the player on the outside. And he unfortunately does not have the pace, and then just looking for support, throwing it a bit blindly, to be fair. But now Portugal back in possession, having to run it up all the way from their own 5.
Yeah, the pressure is still on them, isn't it? They might have the ball, but they're right in front of their own line.
Stay on the tunnel, scrum half.
And it goes wrong for them. They carry it over their own try line under the pressure. And France this time with a put in at the 5 metre scrum. So very effective work there without the ball from the French outfit.
And even with the conditions being as rainy as they are now, this should be a try to France. Now you got a scrum on the 5 of your opposite number. With this much space outside to attack, you expect from a team like France that they score off this, don't you?
It's a perfect attacking platform, isn't it? But anything can happen. If Portugal get a good contest in this scrum, if they get a good push and the defensive line reacts well, then it's not over here.
See what they do. Martin Bloom with the feet.
Good pressure from the scrum half, but France do come away with it. Le Flamand.
That's great defense by Portugal, and now the advantage of having had the scrum and having players join in is immediately over as Portugal spread out nicely. So now they just have to attack like it's open play, which they do with a great offload. Good attack, dominating the collision, and then getting the offload away to number 44, Katende Tumba, who then goes over and scores the try. Brilliant work.
Yeah, lovely. So he passes here and he just follows it. So when the offload does come, he's able to get a second touch on that ball and he's over just right of the uprights. Should be an easy conversion, I would think. And that would take it to 12 points to 0. France in a commanding position to top their group. And the conversion is successful. So we've got just about 3 minutes played, 4 minutes left to play in the second half of this Pool A fixture. France looking to top the group, Portugal looking to secure a second place.
And as we're looking at the new taking kickoff, exciting news. Steven Parez Edo Martin now takes the field. He's one of the 3 Olympic gold medalists that was in Paris last year. 2 years ago, was it, hey? That was Paris again. It was 2 years ago, it was 2024.
He's a real stalwart of the French team, isn't he? He's a legend, well known on the World Series, in the Olympics. And that's the kind of quality that France can bring.
It's super cool to have someone like him here in Hamburg for us Germans, see those superstars of the world of rugby in our home stadium.
Yeah, a lovely guy, a lovely leader as well. So we really do feel very blessed to have him playing his rugby on German soil this weekend. So it's just a little bit stop-start here as we see errors creeping into the game. France won't mind that too much, they'll be happy here. Obviously frustrating with the knock-on, but they're in a commanding position. It's 14-0 here.
Fight! Set!
Portugal feed the scrum. And picking and running, and they've created the opportunity on the outside, just running at the gap rather than giving the pass. It's a good option. They do. Oh, a great contest coming in for France. They're looking for the counter ruck, but the Portuguese up to the challenge. And they're playing on the other side now. Just 2 passes is all it takes to change the point of attack. Cutting back on the inside. Great intent now. And Portugal finally building before the knock-on comes in, just in the right part of the pitch to start thinking about scoring points, and they cough it up.
Yeah, again, Portugal unfortunate here. The conditions make it hard for them, but they've done so well to get into the opposite 22, and then just before they're in the actual danger position, like you said, they cough it up. And now France back with possession. They do it smart here. They take their time. They have something to chat about. take time off the clock because you're in a lead with 14 points.
Yeah, but
2 minutes to go.
That was a much more promising attack from Portugal, wasn't it? Great intent, good pace, good accuracy. It's just a shame with the conditions we're seeing today. Both teams are starting to struggle with the accuracy and attack, and that's just kind of breaking down. But they've got a good field position now, so if the Portuguese defence just stands up here well, they can force an error maybe. And France, Paris on the right-hand side, doing the initial work very well, but Portugal into the jackal, and they come up with the ball. They're off, tapping quickly and running. France just about able to get back on side from that quick tap and go.
Number 16, not
And
back
we
attack.
will see another yellow card here
You're not back, 76.
for
Not back
France. They weren't back on side, or they weren't all back on side. De Lamar jogs to the sideline, takes his place in the sin bin, and he'll have a seat for 2 minutes now.
Yeah, both sides. Okay, time off, yeah, we're waiting. Time is off, we're waiting.
We saw France hold out that yellow card really well in the first half. Portugal not being able to score. Now Portugal was very promising. We said earlier with France we expect them to score off this, which they did one phase later. Now Portugal with a similar position, a scrum pretty much on the 5 of France, so much space outside and a man up. Portugal now this time they should really score off this, and then they will be looking to get a try as quickly as possible to draw this game.
And it's a 2-on-1 on the outside, and they do get the try, easy as you like. When you're down to 6 players, it's hard to cover the whole pitch, and Portugal take advantage of that. That was Monteiro.
Yeah, it is that simple. Off a scrum, you have a 3-on-2, and 3-on-2 is something you run in practice over and over again. Every player on this level can execute this to perfection, and we've seen them do it just here, and Monteiro, in the end, goes over. They will look to take a quick conversion. You can see Manu Reis, he runs back with the ball, takes the conversion quickly, misses it, which is not too good for them. They won't be able to win. There's 20 seconds to go, but let's see if they can at least get one more try to close this game out for a tighter result.
And it's a good kick-off, again, very contestable. Portugal do get the tap back, but Paris snaps up the loose ball, knocking it on under pressure. But there we hear the hoot. I was about to say that'll run down the clock some more, and it is now into overtime. France will come away from this with a victory. They just need to get the ball off the park.
Let's see if Portugal again can execute that 3-on-2 and then have the pace on the outside to score another try.
Yeah, the difference is now they're on the middle of the pitch, so they don't just need to make a line break, they actually need to run it home, and I reckon France should be able to get the cover defence in. But as I say that, they are penalised, so Portugal come away with the ball, with space, with a man advantage.
Good tackle by Paris there.
And again, the counter-ruck, the French love that. It's a real feature of their defensive game. As soon as they see the opportunity, they'll pile in. And they see the signal, the first guy goes in, the second and the third.
Yeah, and Portugal after that with 2 players on the ruck, so the one-man advantage is not really there, as they have one man more than they would have usually. And then they cough up the pass. We talked a lot about conditions make it hard. It's very disappointing though. Portugal with a chance to fight back, not being able to convert this yellow card, so they lose this game, 14 points to 5. France topped their group with a very convincing tight victory against Portugal.
Indeed, they do. And we'll be continuing the action with Ukraine against Great Britain. Great Britain with a lot of potential, but struggling on day 1, and they are 4th at the moment in their group, conceding 65 points in 2 games. So Ukraine maybe with an opportunity to cause an upset in this men's competition here in Hamburg. We see the 2 teams in the tunnel. Rowan Frostwick of Great Britain takes a deep breath before running out onto the pitch. So I've just sent Robbie, our little intern here in the commentary box. He's off to see if he can get an interview. In the meantime, I am joined by Experience on my left-hand side. Andy Knight, are you enjoying yourself today?
Yeah, being a Scotsman, I'm loving this rain. It's just the perfect conditions for running, open, flowing rugby and commentating.
Wait, are you Scottish too?
That might surprise you, Ian. It might surprise you, but that was a good game there. Portugal, France. I mean, that's quite interesting, this group at the moment, because this game's going to decide where everyone ends up in the group, because Portugal's at the moment sitting second. France have won the group. But both these teams, Ukraine and GB, can eclipse them, if they score more than 30 points and win the game. So all to play for in this one.
So Robbie's found someone. We're down pitch side.
So disappointing result, probably 2 yellow cards and not able to convert it into points. How do you come back from that?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a difficult game. We talk about it. France is a team that comes from the World Series, so we are expecting a very difficult game. It's easy to come back because we are in the quarterfinals, and our objective was to be there and keep trying to win games and go forward. We went forward, so we're going to try our best.
Nice. Good perspective. You reached your target. It's a very good thing to keep in mind. How do you go on to that next game? Is there something you want to change about the game plan, or just go on?
Yeah, we will try our best to be every game more aggressive, tackle more, be more organized in defense. We are doing pretty well in our attacking in the previous games. So this game was more difficult, but every game is an opportunity to improve, and that's our goal.
Yeah, the conditions make it harder. We've seen a lot of the aggression. We've seen a lot of good physicality from you guys. Looking forward to see more of that. Best of luck for the quarterfinals. Take care.
So while that interview was taking place, we saw Ukraine with the first opportunity of the game. They almost went all the way through Davidov, and then GB replied with this long-ranging kick, and it was a big number 3, Finlay Callahan, with the pace, hacking it on here. Great footballing skills, the perfect weight on the follow-up kick, just stopping right next to the post. No mistake in the grounding. It was a tight one, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ukraine did really well to get down into the GB half there, but the clearing kick from GB and then the chase was excellent. I think Ukraine had run out of a bit of steam there, so well played to GB to see that area to exploit.
Yeah, and it's exactly the start they need. Like I said, they had a troubling first day, so they really need to pull a big result out of the bag here if they're to even have a chance of filling up that one of those best third place spots in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, either team here will need to really put some points on the opposition, because the third place teams will be looking certainly at 6 points as a minimum there, and they're looking to try and have a points difference, certainly in the positive, and hopefully add on about 10 or 20 points as we get back to the action with a line out here for Ukraine.
Yeah, we do. But like you say, both teams needing a lot of points. It's not the best conditions for that. They could struggle, but we know that Ukraine can play running rugby. Big, powerful men. And they'd go route 1, not shying away from the physicality. Oh, unfortunately, just no role there for Great Britain, so Ukraine rewarded for the aggression. Why the penalty?
Yeah, as you said, route 1, straight up the middle there, bit of power, just to try and drive those GB players back. He was a little lucky, I thought. Looked like he maybe dived in with his shoulder to try and do the clear out, but as you said there, or the referee said, you know, he wasn't rolling away, so penalty it was as they put it into touch for another line out.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy. I think he did dive over, didn't he? But the initial infringement was the one that was penalised. So here we go with Ukraine, looking for the width again. Davidov. Oh! Davidov with the skills and with the fend, with a big leg drive, and he finds his teammate Fomiuk on a great support line. If you run off the shoulder of a big man like Davidov, that's exactly what you might be rewarded with.
Yeah, lovely little trick play from Davidov there. You know, he looked to throw the dummy wrap around. Didn't look the prettiest, I have to say, but as you said, the big number 1, Fomiuk, has come around the corner. And he's got, come around the corner, he's come around from behind the ruck and just got the ball popped to him, and he's got a free run in from about 15 metres. Well played, Ukraine.
Yeah, it was a funny little dummy, wasn't it? It wasn't maybe the slickest, but it worked. Sometimes just creating a bit of chaos, a bit of confusion is all it takes to disconnect that defensive line. So Ukraine, after tying up this game with the kickoff, a good high contestable kick, and they rise under that, getting the tap back, but it falls to Frostwick, and they kick it through. But there was a knock-on in there somewhere, and Ukraine rewarded with a scrum, and once more able to build an attack.
Yeah, that's a great high kick-off there. We just see the GB hand just touches it as Ukraine go to knock it back. And great follow-up there. However, the infringement had already taken place. But we want to see more of those high kick-offs. We have seen a few issues, both in the men's and the women's tournaments, not going 10, not quite making it high enough to have a good challenge. So more kicks like that will certainly improve the opportunities for each team to advance.
Yeah, and Sivak here with the initial break, getting the ball away, moving it on. Sivak's a real live wire at the scrum half position. And the big men do their work too. Britain looking for the counter ruck. Oh, a wee slip there from Sivak, but he recovers well. Ukraine still in possession, under pressure from the from the British defence. Again, an inaccuracy and a good follow-up hit from Frostwick. Ukraine, again, going route one, just keeping it tight, looking to get some momentum again. Put the British defence on the back foot. That's Davidov. Davidov once more, he almost always gets the hands free for the offload. Slowing it down. That's Sivak. Davidov. Oh, a big hit coming in from Great Britain through number 18, Thomas Burton. And that's put Ukraine under real pressure here. It's a messy one. They've got a lot of men committed to that breakdown. There's 4 of them in there. So not a lot of options to attack with. It's a patient build-up here. They're looking after the ball, making sure possession works for them. Oh, and just as I say that, it's a knock-on in the collision. Big hits coming in from Britain. They're defending well. And an unconventional pass, but it finds the player in space. Initially in space before 2 Ukrainians pile into his ribs. And Frostwick's off with the quick tap. Again, putting the kick through. Chased by Waugh. No, sorry, number 20, it's Richie Mitchell. And once more, Great Britain with a kick try.
Yeah, that's well spotted by Frostwick there, putting that little kick in. The Ukraine again were tiring. You can see them tiring. They've been working hard around the ruck area. They had someone lying on the ground. They had another player not quite there. So we're really looking to exploit those gaps and make sure that they can stay a bit tighter together. But GB saw the space in behind, and as you say, Richie Mitchell there sprinting through, collects the ball over the line at half-time. It puts GB up 12 points to 7.
Yeah, and a very tight state of affairs here. Andy, is this what you expected from this pool game, the last game for both these teams?
Yeah, both of them, and they've got to fight to try and get into that third position space, so you would expect them to throw everything at it. It is a bit scrappy. It just feels a bit scrappy. We know the weather conditions are not great. There's water on the ground. It's been raining as well, so it's going to be slippy. You mentioned unconventional passes, but we'll come back to that after we listen into the team talk.
What it's fucking about, right? It shouldn't take our fucking, our smallest dude to go and line up one of these boys. Everyone, bring that aggression, bring that physicality. 7 more minutes. Let's get to the well. They don't want to be in the well here. They don't live in the well. Boys, one more breath. In. Out.
1 minute.
Eyes on me, okay? I love our aggression on D. The better we do need to...
Ні, це не до тебе. От опять ми до того прийшли, що в центрі прощуємо. Давайте, треба видати цю передачу.
Французи говорять.
Глубина в атаке, глубина.
До края. Давай, давай.
Yes, yeah, and no lack of passion in there. So Frostwick apologising for his language. We apologise if it's offended anyone, but you know, there is passions are running high. Both teams want to win it. We're just talking about that. You know, if they want to progress, they need to put a couple more tries in. One of the teams really needs to take the lead, or they'll be languishing down there in the third and fourth positions. Not enough points to get into a strong third place to make those quarter-finals. So, as we said as well, the game itself a little bit scrappy, unconventional passes. Everything's been tried. There have been a few mistakes. We need to tighten up. Whichever team you're supporting, they need to tighten up a little bit, make sure that the passes are more accurate and really get a bit direct.
Okay, and Sivak prepares to get us underway here. He's a great kicker, and he goes long. That might be a reaction to the British setup more than anything. And Britain secure the ball. It'll be a 90-metre challenge to score a try here, but they're up to it. A good wee half break down the left-hand side, getting the Ukrainian defence in the back foot, and Britain open up now through Frostwick and the big man Kalan. Again, keeping the ball alive very well, Britain, moving up, progressing well up the park, going through the zones. Great composure. Simple running rugby, and there's a little gap opens up for Lewis Wells to go through unchallenged between the posts.
Yeah, nice kick-off there from Ukraine. There was a big space in. I don't know how the setup of GB had happened. There was massive space in behind. They've gone long, but we have to give respect to GB there. They worked hard, held on to ball. They were a little more direct. And then Big Wells, look at him, ball in two hands. He's having a little look as the inside defender comes over, not close enough to him. Although he got his hand out ready for the fend, he's just got enough gas to get through and under the post before it can very try.
Yeah, you saw Sivak there backpedaling, trying to buy his inside man a bit of time to come out, but it just weren't quite able to keep up. And a big high kick, a lot of hang time there, just going a little bit too far to contest. Ukraine with opportunity to attack from deep, moving it instantly to the wing to their big man. Charging into the contact, but Britain with a very effective jackal attempt there, and they come up with the ball in the Ukrainian half, and then the counter-ruck comes in for Ukraine, and they win it back. Sivak. Oh, wee bobble there, giving Britain the opportunity to pressurise. Again, under pressure, the Ukrainians sometimes just guilty of throwing the ball away.
Yeah, it's much better defence there from GB. They're really starting to put the power into it. Ukraine coming in at the side there. Very unlucky there. You see the number 13 for the Ukraine there. Skorbach just in from the side. It looked like he was in from the side. Referee deeming it fair play, and there's been a little knock-on.
Yeah, again, it was the order of events, Andy. The knock-on was the initial infringement there. We should see it here in the replay. Just looking here. We've got the there. Here it comes, I think. They've just cut the replay off short, but there was a wee knock-on in there. And Ukraine with the scrum, with the attack from deep. Davidov doing what he loves. And the jackal is successful, so Britain attacking the retreating players. They're not back 10, they're unable to retreat, and that'll be a yellow card. Ukraine going down to 6 players at this stage of the game is a real killer, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah, that's a silly mistake to make, especially in these conditions when you've been working so hard to get into the game. You're not really behind in terms of your style and your play, but now you're going to get real put behind in terms of points, that's for sure. And there's that first try flying in from GB down the right side.
Yeah, that was Mitchell Newell dotting down for Team GB, and well, they've got 7 men on the pitch, Ukraine only 6. So instantly taking advantage of the extra man, Frostwick sees the opportunity, throws a lovely little miss pass. Good take by Newell, and Britain in a commanding position. Now we'll need to get our stats man on this, because I'm not sure exactly how many points Britain are going to need. Although the other games haven't been played, we can't say that yet, but they need as many as possible, really.
Yeah, we can't speculate on the scores yet, but it's certainly going to have to be a 30-pointer, I would expect, because other groups, the amount of points they've got already. But let's just let that play out over the next 4 games.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 3 minutes left in this one as well, so the opportunity is there for Ukraine to reduce the deficit or Britain to extend it. And here we see, oh, another wee intercept. So the British defence really working well. They're hustling to get around the ball carrier. And just unable to get the ball out of that collapsed maul situation. So it will be Ukrainian scrum once more, and it just runs down the clock a bit, making it difficult for Britain to extend that lead, which is exactly what they need. Once more, I'm just going to stress that Britain need points if they are to progress as one of the best third-placed teams.
Yeah, GB's defence has been much better in this game. They're starting to really up it. We'd like to have seen that in their last game. They just didn't seem to put the power in. There didn't seem to be the hunger. Whereas in this game, they're certainly looking a bit more hungry for the ball and really scrapping for everything they can.
Absolutely. Oh, and the scrappy one here, but Ukraine able to secure it. There's been a bit of the story of the Ukrainian attack, unfortunately. Every now and then getting clean line break, but a lot of unforced errors. Here, Davidov, the big man, he always gets that offload in. And that's much more like it. Real momentum in this attack now. Trying to recycle quickly, but just being caught by the guard there. Great work from Britain. And they reward with the pen. Monia with a wee hitch kick. But he's isolated. Support coming in just in the nick of time. Ukrainian advantage. Ukrainian scrum.
Yeah, it's a bit scrappy, it's very hectic. There's no real structure to the game at the moment. It's just every man for himself. And on this occasion, Ukraine are coming up trumps. They'll get the scrum just inside their own half, around the 10-metre line, I believe. But good defence there.
Yeah, I love how keen Monia is to attack. I love that he went for it, but he's got to take someone with him. You don't want to be getting yourself isolated. Yes, that's the responsibility of the support, but as ball carrier, you might have to be aware of where you're going as well. 24-7, 1 minute left in the clock. Oh, Monia putting the pressure on, forcing the error. Now Britain will have the scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Monia. So on Britain, off to the races once more. Little wrap-around play. Oh, the intercept from Davidov. We know he's quick. He's not just a big boy. But scragged on the halfway line, looking to hold him up. That's all gone backwards, so it's play on. This time Ukraine with a kick. They've seen the space in the wide channels. And they do. They've got numbers all there. Britain not working back quite as well as Ukraine working forward. But the wee man, Monia, with the big hit. Good little scissors, Golden Clark. So overtime here, Britain will probably want to keep playing here, get one more try before it's over. We know they need the points. Callahan, really keen for that one, but he didn't get much return, did he?
He certainly did not. He ran into a brick wall there, didn't he? Bounced about 3 metres to the side into touch, and he even had a smile on, realising that I think it was the Ukrainian the big number 3 there, Shuliak, had managed to smash him into touch there. But yeah, Team GB coming away with a win there. Definitely needed the points in there. Is it enough to get them through? As we said, we'll see over the next 4 games how the rest of the results go. So they've got a bit of an anxious wait as we go into the next game, which will be Italy v Belgium. We'll be back with that in a moment.
5 seconds. Hey,
So as we move into the next Pool C match, we've got Italy v Belgium. Before we do that, we'll get a little sideline interview.
So Great Britain beats the Ukraine with a very intensive physical game, heaps of collisions that one. It looked very draining. What was the setting? What was the mind like on the field?
Oh yeah, for us, we knew coming into this game that Ukraine are a proud team. They're very attritional. They knew, especially with the weather, that they were going to come after a breakdown, so we're really going to have to hold that up. But fair play to them. Some of the collisions out there were the biggest we've seen all weekend. So to ride that and control the game and get our skill set right, that allowed us to play the rugby we wanted, and ultimately we got the score.
Yeah, and that's a convincing scoreline in the end as well. What are you thinking about now, looking at the quarterfinals coming up?
Yeah, well, we'll need to see in terms of how the games have played out, if that's enough to get us through into the next round. But the process is the same for us either way. If we drop into the lower tier, then it's about performing in those games, getting the wins we need. It's a fairly new group, and like each game we're growing. So if we can keep continuing on that path, like that's the most important thing for us. A lot of young boys coming through, it's a big part of our programme. So as we see them build, and we can see it even into game 3 there, it's so much better. So quarterfinals or into the 9th, 12th or whatever it is, like it's about how we play as a group and how we can keep building.
Yeah, cool. Looking forward to you developing then. Best of luck for the quarterfinals. See you soon.
Yeah, so a good little interview there with the GB squad. A good mindset, just looking forward to the next game, be it the quarterfinals or the plate tournament as we come to this game. And I think that was Godsmart getting smashed to the ground, but a little infringement there from the Italians, just offside by the looks of it.
Interesting to see the Italians opting to kick off and basically deep into the 22 into touch. Very good tactic, putting them under pressure right away, but unfortunately getting penalized here for basically not rolling away.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, Dennis, about the kickoffs and the inaccuracies that we've seen, possibly due to the weather, because skills and technique of these players is excellent. But going long now, especially with wet weather, it's more opportunity for mistakes to happen on your own line as the pressure's built. So, as you said, a good opportunity from Italy as we see them attacking forward, although Belgium still managed to hold on to the ball and set the play up again. Nice little attack from Baston there, just taking it on, just controlling things a little bit as they do what Belgium do, move it into the wide channels, and a little unexpected possibly with a little kick and chase. Only one player back there, now the second one's arriving for both teams, but well played Italy, recycling that ball.
Under massive pressure, well done. Yeah, so Italy with their first real chance with ball in hand. They did put Belgium under pressure early on, however, giving away a little bit cheap penalties, basically relieving the pressure, and now they have the chance to show what they can do with ball in hand.
Yeah, we're just seeing Italy hitting it wide again, same as the Belgians just did, to get it into that wide channel, try and open up some spaces. Just get a feel for that ball in these slightly slippery conditions as we see it spill out the back of the ruck again. Very tetchy start to the game. Italians need a third player there. He arrives in very late and Belgium managed the turnover there. Just holding up the ball there and then moving it wide into Godsmark's hand. Skips a couple of tackles and then jumps forward 3 meters for the first score of the day.
Belgium being much more effective in those situations, managing the pilfer, Riffon, and then Riffon basically dishes it out to Godsmark, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and Belgium take a deserved lead.
Yeah, this is an interesting group with, at the moment, Georgia topping it, so this is all to play for here between Belgium and Italy. Whoever wins this game will go through. However, the next place team need to have a few more points on the board if they're wanting to secure a third place for going through into the quarterfinals. And again, we see a good kickoff. It was again just over the 10-meter lines, plenty of hang time, bit of pressure put on the Italians, and Belgium win the scrum.
Yeah, well weighted. Belgian player managed to get under the ball. Wondering whether Italy was ahead of the ball carrier, but Belgium get rewarded with possession anyway.
Well, Dennis, you just need to look to the assistants. They didn't put their flags up, so we'll trust them. Let's trust them on this occasion as we see Belgium feeding the scrum and again getting it out there. A nice deep line. They've got movement and they go to try and go to the wider channels once more. Again into those 15-meter channels, trying to just open up some space to see if they can find it somewhere in this Italian defense. A little bit of an inaccurate pass, but the call has been that Italy were offside. Looks like the call came from the assistant on this occasion.
Yeah. Belgium wasting no time, getting it through the hands. However, that was an important strip from the Italians. However, Belgium retained possession and now look in a very threatening position.
Yeah, that was good play from Belgium there. Originally started with Marene just skipping through and moving the ball to the outside, getting the ball in the hands of Lally. He's had a few tries today, and that's another one added to his total.
Yeah, and he's making a big effort to make it under the sticks, probably anticipating a very tight finish, so those 2 points for the conversion might come in very handy. I mean, he could have done it down right here, however, makes the effort.
Yeah, that's good leadership. I think Lally is captain today, so he has gone under the sticks, as you say, try and make that kick easier for the 2 points to go over, giving Belgium a good lead at the moment as we're just coming up to the 6-minute mark of this game. And another good kickoff. Looks like it's gone 10. An opportunity to challenge, but Italy take it well. Good quick hands, moving it out to the outside. That's some great speed down the outside there, wasn't it? Sodo Migliori.
Yeah.
He's a big unit, isn't he?
And he's got some pace. Hard to stop. And after Italy basically struggled to find any real gaps, this situation, one quick offload, and they're through.
Yeah, they did really well after the take from the kickoff. Quick hands to the inside, pop it to the outside, and Godsmark there is no slouch, that's for sure. So Migliori, Sodo Migliori with a good bit of speed there, giving the Italians a dot down. Unfortunately, the conversion just a little bit wide on this occasion.
So still 2 tries needed for the Italians, the Azzurri. However, more than a half to play, so.
Absolutely, as we see Belgium again going back to their set routine of getting it to those wide channels, having a little go. Not quite enough this time. Looks like it just went to touch there as the referee blows the whistle for half-time.
Yeah, 2 evenly matched sides. However, Belgium much more effective with their chances. Italy, in the first couple of minutes, wasting a bit of opportunities, and Belgium not at all. However, with that late try, Italy very much in this game. All to play for.
Yeah, all to play for, I agree, Dennis. All to play for as we'll listen in at half-time here. Let's hear what we can, we'll hear what we can from the coaches, see what encouragement they're giving their teams.
Ancora un altro, 1, 2, fuori, 3 secondi adesso. 1, 2, 3. Ok, allora ci siamo ragazzi, manteniamo lucidità. Okay, siamo andati sotto di 2 mete perché abbiamo preso dei calci di punizione. Ok? Dobbiamo stare attenti alle regole. Se l'arbitro ci dice che è calcio, ok? Non inutile fare tanti discorsi. Quindi veloci dietro e controlliamo. Placcaggio, rotolo via, placcaggio, rotolo via.
We can't afford that. Can't run into touch like that and just throw it away. You can't afford that, guys. You've got to fight to keep on the field. You know it's slippery, getting dragged out. I can't afford that from my big guys. Yeah? Yeah. Make it right. Make it right. Let's go.
Encore.
sur les retours, ils l'ont fait souvent.
Keep it up, yeah.
Yeah, we're just going through a few of the highlights from that first half there. Some lovely little handling moves. Maybe showing the game a little bit in its better light. There's been a few mistakes with this weather. Definitely the rain playing a significant role. Luckily, it's just died down a little bit. We still see a bit of misty rain, so it's not too bad, but it's a bit greasy on top. There's people sliding and the ball sliding a little bit further than it should. As we heard from the coaches, just encouraging their teams at half-time. And now it's Belgium to kick off. Through the boots of De Hoest. And he's changing his side, coming back towards us here in the commentary box with a nice high kick again. Didn't go 10, but the Italians played it, so it's play on. Good fight to stay on his feet.
Yeah, Dana, powerful runner, however, contained by two boys.
Yeah, Belgium trying to hold him up to try and create the maul so they would get the turnover, but not on this occasion. He would be a difficult boy to hold up, even if there's 3 or 4 of them. Well played from Bizzoni there, just working hard to get that ball back for his teammates as they start to take a little more direct route. Still possibly across the field, a bit too much for me at the moment. I'd like to see him just straighten up and try and get control or pass the ball out wide. But again, Italy fighting to stay on their feet there. That little bit extra.
Yeah.
Belgium infringing again.
Couplon giving away a cheap penalty with his hands clearly on the floor, trying to play the ball. And they get punished straight away with Inzadene.
Yeah, that was good transition there, wasn't it? Quick penalty, tap and go, get it out wide. Belgium making a silly mistake, just a rudimental error. Shouldn't have stuck his hands into that ball, and well played on Italy on the transition, as I say, to just move that ball quickly into the hands of Inzadene. That's really good play.
Yeah.
Give and take, give and take.
Easy drawn pass at the end.
Coach's dream.
Conversion just missed. So Italy needing another try to get ahead.
Are you making a change or are you staying on? Yeah, okay. Time is off. No, time's off.
Yeah, there's only one score in this game, Dennis. It's all to play for, that's for sure. And there's still 5.5 minutes to go. I'm sure these guys are a bit tired after day one. A couple of games on day one. They've come to day two. The rain's coming. It always puts your mind in a bit of a negative place when you see the bad weather. So we're hoping they can come out of their shells a little bit, get some hands on ball, and they start moving it a little bit. Try and create some space for those speedsters to really attack from deep here as we see Godsmark getting lifted. Belgium winning the ball back. Going for a little run through. Adaba powering up the middle again.
Tackle release! What size?
Good work.
Almost
good feet
through the
work from Morena. Yeah, nearly got away, but has drawn in 2 players. Belgium need to regroup a little bit, get some structure back. You see Muric there, feeding Lally. Oh, good defense from Italy.
The veteran Julien Berger, who has captained the Belgian 15th side before, almost making it to the World Cup. Drawing with Samoa.
Yeah, Berger's been around for quite some time. He's a great player. We saw him here last year as well. As we see, once again, Belgium opening up, moving it side to side, big long passes. Lally taking it in for the contact, Muric securing. There he is again, Berger.
Had a little bit of a glance on the short side, but decided to pass it on.
Morena trying to get on the outside shoulder again, using Adaba. There we go, out wide, could be a good collision here.
Good read.
So I'm really liking Belgium here, moving the ball, keeping it, keeping control. Let's hope it's not the commentator's curse. They're keeping control, moving it from side to side, just waiting for those gaps to open up in the Italian defence so they can exploit them. Creating a little 2-on-1.
Yeah, that's what.
Muric pulls out. Look at that, Dennis. We can see him. He's got some go forward. Can they move it? Can they move it quickly? Must be some space out here. They opt to go back to the tight side.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the right call. They would have had space on the right instead.
I would agree with you, Dennis. I think there was some space to go wide. The Italians were getting tired. They're not a hard press coming up in their line. There was the opportunity to go outside, but I think Belgian players are getting a little tired as well. Mind is starting to wander a little bit.
Yeah, Adaba was trying to buy his support players a little bit of time by placing the ball again. However, the referee didn't have any patience for that, playing it on the floor.
Okay, time up. Let's go, please.
And Italy just calming things down as we see a couple of substitutions being made. They go for the territory here. They're hoping for a good line out. Their line out's been reasonable. The 2 games they played yesterday, had a reasonable line out.
Might be a good call, yeah.
Yeah,
get a bit of a run up.
Exactly. Slow it down a little bit. Control. Try and get some control. Get the ball in hand. Hoping that the ball's not too slippery just now. I'm sure that hooker will have the towel on the sideline, drying it off, as we see constantly in these games.
I mean, maybe us two are a little more used to the rain than these Italian boys are. However, time to adapt.
Yeah, not the best throw. I mean,
yeah, he didn't look quite confident walking up to it.
No, he didn't, did he? He looked like a nervous player. I think he's just come on the field as well. I'm just trying to see who it was. Apologies. But, yeah, I think he was thrown into the deep end a little bit. Just doesn't look confident. Even his hat's squint. Yeah, this is just giving the ball back to Belgium on a set-piece scrum here. They'll look to, I would expect they'll look to move this wide.
Chance to play.
There we go, moving it to Godsmark. Taken to the outside shoulder, back into the 15-metre channel. Not the accurate pass that he's expecting. Lally controls it again.
Italy getting penalised for slipping up the tackle.
Yeah, I don't think it was dangerous, but they're going to have a quick word. It didn't look too bad, but let's have a look. We've seen it on the replay. Oh, he's just caught him chest to shoulder there. Shoulder slipped up into the head, possibly.
Yeah.
Hopefully Lali's not injured.
Italy's Brisighella. I think he got caught a bit off guard when the Belgian player tried to step him, and therefore he was in a bit of an awkward position to make the tackle. I don't think there was any real malice in there.
Yeah, he was just, you can just see, he was stood upright, didn't get himself low enough there. You can tell by the way he's gone down for the second bite of the cherry there, that he's not really done it maliciously, which is good to see. But it's still Belgian ball. Again, and this is a position that they like. Scrum, big open side. We would look to, I would expect they will look to move it to the outside channels again. Just create some space somewhere. Ooh. Ooh, lucky there was on. No. He did knock it on.
There was a handling error earlier where they got away with it. This time, giving away possession and having a glance at the clock. If that one might call it a coach killer. I mean,
yeah,
just a minute to go.
I heard that grunt in your voice there, just as you said it. I mean, he's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, it looked like it went a little bit backwards. However, there was a similar situation earlier where they got away with it.
Yeah, take the luck when you get it and accept it when it's not there, as Italy have the put in a really strong position.
Italy yesterday being beaten late by Georgia. Maybe now they can turn around their fortunes, but no.
Well done, Belgium. Some great tackling going on as we see Morena go up the outside. Been loving the play of Morena.
With the touchline, and he actually,
yeah, foot just in touch by the looks of it, but as we see the replay, look at this hit that comes in here. I think it's Lally.
Well done, yeah.
Killed that move off as Goldmark gets it, moves it out wide, and there's some space there. Again, wide channels. Here's Morena going up the outside on the replay. as we come back to the Italian line out.
That's how you can also avoid not throwing it straight.
They did well that time.
That might have gone forward, however. And just after the hooter sounded, he tried to release the ball, which was clever. However, it looked like it went forward. Probably the right call by the referee. Although unlucky for the Italians.
I would agree with you. I think it's the right call, and I think it was the infringement was just before the hooter, but the whistle was blown afterwards. So that's an interesting one. That's maybe one we can talk to the referees about. I don't know the answer to this question, but the infringement occurred before the 7 minutes was up. Then the referee blew the whistle after the hooter went. So we're getting a scrum. It's a Belgian scrum. They need to just get the ball and get it out the park, I think, here, Dennis.
Yeah, let's see. If you're Belgium, you just want... Let's see whether the Italians can disrupt it. No, they can't. And that's that.
Exactly, and that is that. A 14-10 win, a scrappy win, but a win nonetheless, and that will ensure that Belgium will go through as the second place team for definite.
Yeah,
could even go through as first place if Lithuania do a little upset there and beat Georgia.
Yeah, if you're Italy, you will be disappointed with this one. Yesterday they lost their match against Georgia in the very last minute, and here they had a really, really good opportunity to turn their fortunes around. And in the end, it was just the missed conversions that put them on the losing side.
Yeah, still a good game though. I mean, there's some good stuff in there, some scrappy stuff. I'm sure Belgium will want to work a bit harder when they get to the quarters, whoever they come up against, and Italy will be hoping that results go their way and they can also progress and try and get through to the final like they did last year. Next game coming up will be Georgia-Lithuania. We've got some big fans of the Georgian team here, but this Lithuanian team have been improving as they go along. Just waiting for a little bit of luck. We'll be back with you shortly.
Und dann gibt es noch die Besonderheit, dass die ersten 15 Personen, die morgen mit dem Fahrrad auf dem Fahrradparkplatz ankommen, einen Gutschein für die Essenstände bekommen. Also morgen gerne mit dem Fahrrad hier vorbeikommen. Und dann gibt es auch noch einen Awareness Point, also wenn ihr euch nicht wohlfühlen solltet oder Unterstützung braucht, ihr während der 3 Tage der Hamburg Sevens, dann meldet euch beim Awareness Point. Hinter dem großen Zeltdach, also im Endeffekt vor den Toiletten.
And off we go. Now Lithuania played Georgia. Two teams that both had really, really exciting games yesterday, showed some great rugby. Lithuania very unfortunate with that very unfortunate loss to Italy. Georgia, I think Georgia's unbeaten from yesterday. I need to double check.
Yes.
Georgia's unbeaten, right? Yeah, Georgia unbeaten, also with tight games. They won in their game 14 points to 12, just winning through the conversion. And Lithuania always been in the fight, not able to get a victory now, so this is going to be an exciting match. Edwin van der Spieke, the referee from the Netherlands.
The Lithuanians receiving their only red card yesterday, which was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, that player is banned for 3 games, so he will be able to return tomorrow again.
Roll first.
Yeah. Let's put it this way, Georgians go into this one as the favorites. However, Lithuania did show some rugby prowess, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they were competitive here.
Georgia, just close off the line.
Yeah, they've been really good. I was a big fan of Anas Pilides yesterday. He showed some great footwork. He was really good at distributing and then making little breaks and then throwing that wide balls afterwards after he made that line break. He was really good at that. Let's see if he can immediately do that as he's positioned right in the center, receiving the ball now. Play an early switch. Try to tag back to the side where the line out was. And they get the ball to an edge, but that's great defense by Georgia, getting him into touch. That's Modebadze who put that hit on the Lithuanian player. And Georgia now with a quick line. No, it's just a dummy.
Yeah,
Georgia with the line out.
Let's face it, whenever you see a Georgian team with the Borchello, I think is the symbol of Georgia, the Georgian sun, you know what you're getting. You'll get physical rugby, you'll get honest rugby. And here the hugely experienced Matiashvili who has also a lot of caps for the Georgian 15s team, the Lelos.
On the ball, outside first.
Georgians trying to get up the middle, using their physicality.
Oh, it's backwards.
There's some great handling by Jordan. It's a really wide pass, and the ball's still wet as there was a lot of rain throughout the day. The ground is wet as well, so this is a hard pass to execute. Well done. I mean, and now we see some footwork, and oh, this is great. 4 defenders beat, and then that ball over the top. Unfortunately, it travels forward.
Yeah.
Great, right choice by the referee, but the work before by Kakaridze. Look at that. He beats one, here he beats another one, then he straightens up. Again, the side step, another right foot step. There's half the team that he's beaten, and then throws the ball over the top, which unfortunately goes forward. So now Lithuania with another platform to attack from.
Yeah, he threw a couple of ankle breakers there. However, ultimately trying to dish it up to Matiashvili, the ball clearly traveled forward. Might have been better choice to keep it in hand and recycle.
We'll see what we're going to do here. Last time they tried to switch play and then get to an edge. This time they kick. That's an interesting one. We haven't seen that from them too much. But it is recovered by Georgia. Now Georgia again with the opportunity to attack. Great work, second effort. Hey, he cleaned the Kakaridze says that again. He cleaned the kick and he passed it away, got up and immediately received the ball again. Now he's on his feet again, looking to be the first receiver. This is really good second efforts by him, third efforts even.
Good release.
Yeah, the Georgians playing in their true style. Kakaridze again, he's had a few touches already in the first 3 minutes. Modebadze again with the offload.
Outside.
4 minutes played and still no points. We don't see that too much in sevens, do we, Dennis?
Good turn out for
No,
release wide.
but
Now you're off.
it's not that there's been too many handling errors. It's been just a very physical and actually pretty even out match.
Yeah, I agree. It's very competitive. It's good to watch. Both teams able to cancel each other out. Still, we see some shines of attack. We see some brilliant defense. And again, Lithuania looking to kick. This is something they have seemed to save for their match against Georgia. We haven't seen that too much from them before. This time was Gigalaitis, who's chasing his own kick, regathering it with a little grabber, but that goes into touch, unfortunately. So yeah, 4.5 minutes played. Still no points. Lithuania seemed to change up their game plan. We saw them before take on the defense a lot in the middle before, trying to create mismatches there and then spreading wide after they got their initial line break. Now they seem to kick a lot more, seem to have a different plan for the Georgian defense. But yeah, both teams not able to convert that into points yet.
Yeah, Grigalaitis, his keg seemed, I mean, the Georgians did well to cover it. However, they might end up being successful with one of these. So basically, they're trying to keep Georgia on their toes.
Yeah, and Georgia not really looking like they will score, do they? Lithuania defense, it looks quite solid.
Find the edge.
That one went forward. However, apparently there was a little bit of a knock in the lineup first, so it remained Georgian ball. Yeah. Look at the size of Modebadze there. I mean,
he's huge, isn't he?
I mean, these Georgians. I mean, if you've ever been to Georgia, they have some really, really decent food. So one can imagine why these boys end up being this big.
Yeah, what's your recommendations? Since you have made the big Georgia travel a couple of years ago, what would you say?
I've been a few
where
times.
Where to go in Georgia?
Where to go? Oh,
where to go, what to eat? Tell us everything.
Start off with Tbilisi, beautiful city, great rugby culture as well, and then obviously the mountains. They are magnificent and higher than anything we have in Europe. So, and also a very good wine culture. So you'll be covered all the way around, and you can watch some decent rugby. So whoever thinks about maybe making the trip, I can only encourage you guys.
Yeah, I've been hearing that from a lot of guys. The rugby culture is really great there. I know the old boys from a team in Cologne from Club in Cologne. They made it to Tiflis and made an old boys game against the Georgian old boys team in Tiflis. And they didn't really have an old boys culture before. There was no old boys rugby being played, so it was the first time they had an old boys game. Oh, and never mind, this is not as important as this will happen on the field right now. Nokarashvili, he breaks through, brushes off defenders, and goes through for the first try. After 6 minutes, we finally get the first points of the match. Georgia take the lead here. It's been 5 points. I was saying earlier, they don't look like they won't score. He proved me wrong. Taking on the defense there, nice footwork, and then brushing off tackles. 2 defenders, he's beaten just with sheer power. And over he goes for the first try. 5 points up.
Yeah, ultimately, the Georgians successful with the physical approach. However, Norakashvili with a couple of decent steps. So Georgians proving that they can go both ways.
Yeah, again, it didn't really look like they would break them down systematically. Hey, it's the individual brilliance by a couple of their players, able to step and power through. Yeah. And that's the halftime hooter. So we're looking at the last set piece. What do you do from here, Dennis, if you're Lithuania? You receive their kickoff. Do you try to get the ball back and look at scoring a try?
Yeah, I was expecting a long kickoff because basically with these conditions you kind of want the team to run at you, and run they did. Lithuania, number 12, Mikalauskis, with a very hard run. However, now they're under pressure, so it might be better for them just to get the ball off the pitch. However, they don't mind playing in their own 22, and it might come back to hurt them.
And now there's knock-ons happening on the floor. So this is halftime. 5 points up. A very interesting game that is very low scoring, but a lot of stuff happening. Like we said, we saw some bits of brilliance. Lithuania with a nice kicking game. Georgia with some great physicality. Both teams able to cancel each other out. It's an exciting game to watch. Nevertheless, don't mind the low scoring.
Yeah, I mean, both teams really going in with the physicality. And just to finish off the point, for rugby fans who haven't been to Georgia, it might not be that close to get to. However, I can only recommend it. Let's listen in.
Sam. Mas ბევრი შევდივარ საკითხთან რა. მადო აგებთ ყველაფერს და ყურადღებით ვიყოს. წინ გავიხარ. დაცვაში ხო რა გთან ვარ ბევრი ეხა. ყველა შევდით აქ სამი.
Атакуос. Мезгинцмеси атакуос. Ебуса цеполидаве. Нахуй посемам предине. Доминуем јос. Турим контакта доминует. Ја слабни ира.
Давай, краш што out to in. Иду до керта ме сагом камели сунте ми кета пуса, давай. Дербо. Давай, вирус. Ето! Ба! Да, спираме, не?
Yeah, so apologies, neither my Georgian nor my Lithuanian are good enough to really help you with what happened there.
You should be ashamed.
Robert, if you were the Lithuanians, how would you change up your approach for the second half in order to get on the scoring board?
Oh, mate, it's a tough call because they've been really struggling. I think they're trying something with the kicks. They did that twice with something they didn't before. I think that's something they're targeting Georgia with. Maybe that is something they've tried. I would give the ball to my danger man. We know how dangerous Prelaitis can be when he gets the ball in hand. We saw some bits of brilliance from Alexianian yesterday as well. So just give the ball to the players who can create something and then run support lines of each other, especially with the greasy conditions. Use your footwork, draw on defenders, and then play those short balls that create line breaks.
Let's see whether they can break down the Georgian defense. I mean, it's just one score, so all it takes.
Kicking contestable. And
great kick.
Successfully so, regathering their own kickoff.
Great tap back. However, they might get penalized here. Yes, they do. For holding on. Support wasn't there fast enough.
Love the little go without tapping by Babaratska there. It's a great moment of keeping the defense on your toes. And here we go again. Georgia on the attack, some nice straightening and then carrying into contact, good leg drive, winning meters, and you can't contest it because the attacker's not rolling away. So there's a 3-on-2 now, Lithuanian sweeper coming up on the line to cover it, so they carry it in again, and now pick off the base, a short ball, this is a tackle and might be high, yes. Van der Speek shows the advantage and now gives the penalty for the high tackle.
Yeah, for a second I thought that he might reach for his pocket, however, play on, penalty. Let the boys play.
And Georgia opt for a scrum. So they will want to draw that Lithuanian defenders in. And then attack from a good platform.
Yeah, that was a bit of a height difference, so Barvakadze, not the tallest of Georgians, have a bit of sympathy with the big Lithuanian.
Set up. Time back on. Crouch.
See what the Georgians can do with this possession. A lot of grass to cover for the Lithuanians.
This is great defense by Taujanskis.
Yeah, holding up.
You see, he's holding, he's looking in, he's waiting for him to pass, and then he reacts so quickly to make that choke tackle, holds him up, and it's deemed a maul. Ball's carried in by Georgia, so Lithuania get a scrum here. Well done. Now look at that. Look, he's got turned in, and then he immediately reacts to that ball, and he holds him up. And it all goes so quick, the Georgian players are there to support. They go out again because they know what's coming with that. But it's too late. Van der Speek has seen them, has called it a maul. Now he's a scrum to Lithuania.
And white 11.
And now we can see what they're going to do. It's the first real attacking platform they're getting with a good opportunity of the ball drawn in. I think they've kicked away both times they attacked off a scrum, am I wrong?
Not sure it was both times off the scrum. However, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure they're going to try the kick again. However, let's see whether they can get their fast one on the wings into this one. Grigalitis, maybe, who's lurking out here on the wing. And there we go, the kick.
For the kick.
And this time he seems to have the edge speed-wise.
There is some space.
See for the bounce. Unlucky. However, for Georgia, a bit of a nightmare to defend now. But a lot of Georgians made it back to support.
Yeah, the work off the ball was really good by everyone involved here. They really worked back hard, and now stepping back inside, go forward. This is tough for Lithuania. They put themselves in a really tough spot because territory is not as important in 7s as it is in 15s. If you have the possession, it's just one line break to score, and we could see that potentially here. It's good scramble defense by Lithuania, and then Georgia knocking the ball on. But I've seen a knock-on by Lithuania first, so it's a Georgian scrum, and they've done well to get out of the 22, and now getting a scrum in a promising position.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. I'm not sure I saw a Lithuanian knock on there. Yeah, that was, the ball went. Kakarice lost control of the ball. No idea how you saw a Lithuanian knock on there. However, it's a fast game, and these kind of things happen.
Yeah, it is a fast game. Sometimes you cannot control, referees cannot see everything. It was off a line break, so he had to catch up as well. It's tough to see those things when you're at full pace as well. So you got to see things differently. You have to think that referees are still human, and I think his performance so far has been good. So unfortunately for Lithuania here, especially with them being down, but that is something as a pro athlete that, like these players are, you have to be able to adapt. If the referee's not making your way, you can't be bothered by that too much, because you have to immediately defend the next phase, which Lithuania is doing now. And here they force a mistake by Georgia, and they get the advance, so they immediately get the ball back. No bad consequences from that. There's still a mistake that he made from that.
But the Georgians rushing up hard. Actually, a kick might have been a good option here, because the Georgians have rushed up so far. Then the mistake, and it might cost them. A little bit scrappy now.
And with the kick, the advantage for the mistake was over, and then Georgia knocked the ball on again. There's no advantage coming this time, so we get another Lithuanian scrum. They lost a lot of territory, though, from their last kick. I'm wondering if that kick really is the right option. I'm sure they'll be able to create something with the ball in hand. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I saw the Georgians rushing up really hard, and I thought to myself, maybe that's what the Lithuanians saw in their analysis of the Georgians, and maybe they just want to catch them off guard. But with the kick earlier in the second half, it looked very promising. However, the Georgians cleaned up very well. Georgians going for it in the scrum.
Scrum penalty for Lithuania.
Georgia going all in on the penalty on the scrum.
Looks like they'll kick it to touch, giving the ball to Prolitis. And they do. You get some good territory on her. It's about 20-30 meters downfield, right on the opposite 10. It's the first line of the game as well, so we'll see if Lithuania can bust up something from this. Maybe we have a little trick play prepared. It's on the halfway line, on the 10, sorry. It's a good set piece, great take by Lithuanian forward, but then the ball does not come out clean, and it's knocked on by Kazauskis. He's not going to be happy with that.
The Georgian contesting, and yet good line-out take from the Lithuanians. However, the pass by number 4, Alexanian, not quite up to standard, and he basically forces the knock on.
Hey, what a low-scoring game, though. 5 points up. Like, just 5 points being scored so far with 5.5 minutes already played in the second half. I think this is the lowest scoring game we had this weekend so far. And still, the second half, it got a bit... Oh, and there we go. It's a brilliant line. But on Edwin van der Speek says the balls went forward, so he can dive only one. That's not the try to Jordan. He leaves the ball in the try as well. Fair play to him. They're up. The ball's very little time to play, so they don't want Lithuania to get too much time with a minute to go. Yeah, that ball went forward. Good spot by the referee. And very unfortunately for Modabatsi, had a good solid performance. So it would have been very deserving if he scored a try on this one.
Yeah, you can see them smile going through. I mean, the good news is we have an open game still. So let's see whether the Lithuanians...
Still a great line as well, yeah.
One try with a conversion is all they need.
Yeah, and I think the second half was a bit dominated by handling mistakes through the condition. The players may be nervous as well on a tight game like this. But still, it's an exciting game to watch, even though it is so low scoring. Both teams very skillful, some good things showing, some great hits.
Yeah. Let's see whether the Georgian defense can... Oh, good run here.
Great play by Urbonas.
However, he's not really... Oh, but the Georgians seem to be off their feet here. Molivadze, so let him play. Come on. That almost merited another 10 meters, blocking the fast tap. This will be the last play.
Seem to make some subs. At least the time stopped.
Yeah, Lithuania's Urbonas with a great run.
We need to stay up, yeah? Not the knee on the ground.
Yeah, that was blatant. I mean, they killed off a line break, going blatantly off their feet. I mean, Modabadze is a lucky man to stay on the field, I think.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Lithuania is going to do from this now. It's a really tough spot. The hoot is gone, and it's 5-0. There's so much pressure on them. And finally, we see him using some football. He's shut down well by the Georgian defense. And they steal the ball, then knock her on. Halftime hoot is gone already. Halftime hooter, full game hooter. So this is the game. What a game! 5 points to 0. This is an absolute... Like, this is crazy. There's so little games in sevens that end up like this with a scoreline like this. Very little scores. It's still so exciting until the end. Georgia win it in the end. Congratulations to them. But yeah, what a game. Lithuania again come up short. Hey, they've been so good in all of their games, really close to winning something, and they've never been able to. This is the third game they lose by an inch.
Yeah, I mean, from a Lithuanian point of view, pretty disappointing. They had their chances, and especially the last attack just before that scrum. Huge line break, 30-40 meters over the advantage line. And then the attack is just being killed off, and even the quick tap was prevented. A little bit unfortunate from a Lithuanian point of view. However, Georgia was the best team in that pool, so they deservedly go through as number 1.
Welcome to the two men's teams of Poland and Czechia.
So we continue the action from the men's tournament in Pool B with Czechia against Poland before the home team, Germany, round up this block of men's games against Spain. Here we see the Poland squad. And the game refereed by Enrico Frescassin from Italy.
So now we're seeing what Germany has to offer in terms of weather. How was it out there on the field for you?
Yeah, it was tough weather, tough conditions, but Georgians love to play in these conditions, even though it's sevens. We found a way. I think we would prefer to have better conditions because we had the ball in our hands mostly, and we had to attack, but it's okay, we made the job done. It's first time since, I don't remember. I played sevens from 2014, and it's first time we won all 3 games in the group. And it's a very good result for us, but now is the most important game of the weekend. So quarterfinal, and then we are in top 4. So we have to get ready for that. See the mistakes we had. We have to play in these conditions better next game because next opponent will be.
Yeah, the conditions aren't going to get much better. We really hope the quarterfinal is a little bit drier for you. You will get to run a little bit more. Yeah. When you do get ball and handle, you look dangerous. Have you been working hard on your attack?
Yeah, we've been working hard on attack and defense as well, but what I like most in our team, we have 13 guys who are all fit, and after one guy comes out, even better guy goes in, and it works for us very well because all games we won in the last second. So that's a good part of our game, and yeah, we were working on attack. We have some very dangerous players, for example, Matis Modevadze and others, Archwadze and Gagauridze and everybody, and we are executing our plan pretty well right now.
Fantastic. You've made the quarterfinals. Good luck with the next one, Soto. Hope it goes well. Ciao, ciao.
So what a lovely interview with Sozo of Georgia. And as that was taking place, the first points have been scored by Poland through Tomasz Pozniak, the number 11. Poland playing in their white kit from left to right, and Czechia in their blue from right to left. 5-0-1, 2 minutes played. And Poland keeping it tight. That will be a maul, and they managed to make the ball playable again. Czechia well organised in defence, a good connected unit. And once more trying to hold up that attacking player. So that might be a tactic here against Poland. Czechia looking to hold them up in the contact once more. Good control with the foot there from a poor pass. That was Pozniak again, the try scorer. And Poland looking for space, looking for gaps. Oh! Getting the hands free for the offload, maybe forcing that one slightly. But they keep the pressure on Czechia. I think there's a wee knock-on in there. Indeed there was. It'll be Czechia ball on their first opportunity to attack from the set piece. Here we see the step, the offload, and that is where the scrum was awarded.
Set. Go, go.
So Adam Muriaki to feed the scrum. He was on fire last year here, a great wee player. And again, picking from the base, charging down the right-hand side.
No hands.
The explosiveness there, hey, it's really impressive to see how he picks the ball up and then immediately is at top speed and then gets some neck drive to get him go forward. And now it seems like Czech have created some space on the outside. But it's brought down well and tackled on the edge, but they get to an edge, was a good point to attack for them. And here they begin, pick off the base, look for some physicality, trying to go through, making good meat yardage on it. Poland having to strangle back and not being able to put as much pressure on them. Now it's a smart choice, change direction again, but doesn't get the ball away. So now we get an attack from the middle of the game. Good feet. Nice leg drive, buying time for his support to arrive, so Patrick Brucher can clean the ruck here.
No, release.
Yeah, and Czechia really patient here in their build-up. They're dealing with the conditions very well. Stretching the Polish defence, creating gaps. And that looks to be the first try for Czechia. It is Adam Koblic. Adam Koblic for Czechia, levelling up the scores with a conversion still to come.
It was a very impressive pass to him, especially since you mentioned the condition. He plays that over-the-top ball, which is really difficult to execute with a web ball, but it's absolutely pinpoint into the hands. And with the defense having to rush over, he has a easier step to inside to beat 3 defenders on that and then goes through the score.
Yeah, absolutely. And the team's starting to deal with the weather conditions a bit better here, starting to get used to the ball. I had a little touch of one myself just in the last little break. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I think the conditions underfoot are maybe more difficult than the ball. And the conversion is successful, so we've got 7-5 with just under 2 minutes left of the first half. Oh, and a great catch from Poland there under immense pressure in a difficult position as well. Able to recycle cleanly and mount an attack with their 2-point deficit. Oh, unlucky, and once again we see the ball just getting coughed up in the collision. Adam Maraki getting close, he released, he picked up. Unfortunately, I don't think he was able to control the ball. He's just slid into touch. You will see, might see that in the replay. Again, you just see he's electric, sliding out of that tackle and darting towards the corner, but well scragged and dragged into touch by the big Polish man.
Once again, he's very impressively explosive. He gets the ball and immediately gets going, and he's at top speed and so quickly.
A little short line out here from Poland, going straight to the front man. And being rewarded with a penalty as well after the infringement from Czechia. So Poland coming from deep. Oh, unfortunately that one just goes astray, but possession will stay with Poland after Czechia crept over the offside line. They weren't back 10 from the original penalty. And once more, it's a little bit of a stop-start affair. This last group game for both the teams.
First. Stay.
Once more, the same tactic from Poland at the line-out, going for the front lifter, who just turns and takes. And a good tackle in the wide channels, but the offload is fine, and Poland are off to the races. It's a bid number 4, Kaspar Bogus, charging to the line, and he takes the lead for Poland once more. It's 10-7, conversion still to come, and that'll be half-time after the conversion is taken. What do you make of the first half, Robbie?
I just want to talk about that try first. It's set-piece magic. They do well, get a clean line out, and then go wide, and that went so well. It's a good tackle on him, but he gets the ball away, and now look at that offload. Flirts with the touchline, and then puts it over the top, and then Kaspar Bogus, he has the pace to finish it off. Even though Moratzki's coming, he's able to finish it. That's just exactly how you want to play sevens. It's so much fun to watch, and it's so effective as well when scoring tries. That first half, man, it was an interesting one, because there was little things really happening, but still all the time something was happening. There was good tackles in it, there was some good carries. Both teams really good at cancelling each other out. They both had similar results yesterday, so it makes sense that they're quite evenly matched, and we can see that in the how the game's going, in the way it's going.
Yeah, well, the referees just discussed some finer details here. Just a quick look at the table. We've got Germany in first place, Poland second, Spain in third, and Czechia in fourth. So Czechia looking to get a win here, their first win. That might push them into third place and a chance at the cup competition, but this yellow card will hurt. They'll have 2 minutes without the full complement of players. And it was just a little bit of a shoulder barge here on the touchline, wasn't it? I think that's what's been penalised. Yeah, he's come in there late. He's taken the arms out of the situation, just collided with the shoulder. It wasn't desperately dangerous, but it's just silly foul play, isn't it? There was absolutely no need for that. That's frustration showing maybe for the Czechia team?
Probably is, yeah. At some point when you... Oh, sorry, let's listen in and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Podle mě potřebujeme v tom útoku víc útočit. Podle mě tak vyházíme do křídel.
Na předposledním útočí rychlost.
To je jako hezky, to vyházíme do křídel, ale když jsme pomalí, tak je to bohovně. OK?
Yes.
A jinak je to dobrý, pojďte hrát pozitivně. Jedeme, jo? Pojďte.
Kluci, nebuďte líní v těch skládkách. Jít dál ještě rukou, jo? Jsou docela šikovný s těma rukama, takže chytnu, ale snažím se simovat dál po tom balonu.
Jo? Obrovský workrate teďka, obzvláště teďka na začátku. Pojďte dát 4-5. Pojďme si dát cíl, že dáme 4-5 teďka. Jo? Jo? Dáme 4-5, pojďte tomu věřit.
I'm on ball, level bravo, easy, good comms there, okay? Now, a bit more Gwemboko, Sirocco, and we're okay, but we can't dance around, we must look to carry, okay?
Remember, they have 7. They don't have a bench. 6, sorry, they don't have a bench. Okay. No bench. We've got lads coming on, make an impact.
Guys, they are so slow to support. Try to catch the ball.
Yeah, well, I missed the exact wording there, but I think the message was quite clear. I think Poland really looking to, I think he said, we can't dance. I think he's wanting more physicality, isn't he? He's not wanting to play in front of the defensive line, trying to manipulate. He wants them to really penetrate that defensive line. So I would expect to see Poland looking for their big ball carriers in the second half, running at gaps, spaces not faces.
Yeah, he said it very nicely. We can't dance around them, we must look to carry. So really it's the physicality they're looking for, plus with the add-on that the player was making, they don't have a bench, meaning it's not only a thing of effectiveness, it's also a thing of tiring them out, because apparently they don't think the bench stuff check's going to make that much of an impact, so they want to tire those starting players out, to have them reamed, to have them tired, and either being too tired to make a tackle or having weaker defenders in front of them.
Absolutely, we're back underway here with the action. Czechia winning the ball straight from their own kickoff. And Adam Meraki with a wee attack down the right-hand side there before they spin it back to the left. Attempt at the intercept from Poland doesn't quite work out, but they will have the line out. That loopy pass just drifting out, unfortunately.
First player.
Yeah, we saw them execute it quite well in the first half once. This time, unfortunately, not as successful. It goes over the top and into touch. So Poland now with another chance to attack.
Yeah, that was well defended, wasn't it, from the big number 13 there, Lukas Kornek.
Option. Scrap.
And just another wee error there, giving Czechia a scrum. Don't forget, they're still down to 6 players, so this will be very advantageous for them, just to run down the clock a wee bit, get their 7th man back on the pitch shortly, while they are hopefully still in possession. There we see the error from the line out and the Polish player.
Time on. Crouch. Bind.
So scrum wide on the left. We see all the remaining Czechia players lined up on the right-hand side. And they play a flat pass, a flat wide spinning pass. And attack the outside 2 defenders. Now there's 4 Poles around that breakdown, so there might be some space out wide if Czechia can move it, which they do. Again, running at the gap, very good play, building it up, running down the clock, and patiently trying to look for a gap and an opportunity. Now finally penetrating that 22. and being rewarded with a penalty. They try to keep the momentum going with a quick tap. Once more playing off to the other side. Oh, and Poland driving them back, trying to get them out of the 22 again. And the pressure from the Polish defence just tells, despite the patient build-up, the error comes.
It seems like the Polish plan is working. They wanted to tire Czech out, and now these mistakes happen. So it seems like Czech is tired at this point, not being able to execute their attacking game plan. And now Poland with another opportunity to attack, and they've been dangerous off scrums in this tournament so far.
Yeah, they really have, and we're expecting to see their big runners looking to make some carries now. But Czechia will be back to a full 7 players, so there won't be quite as much space as for the Polish attack. And you have to put it to Czechia. They've just spent 2 minutes a man down and not conceded a single point in that time.
Yeah, that's very
so
impressive.
that will give them a little bit of confidence with only a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, this game's wide open. And yeah, I agree. It is really impressive. Usually you always get a try against you when your team receives a yellow card. So it's good on Czech for keeping Poland out.
And some changes being made. That's what Poland was saying at half-time. We've got a stronger bench. We can make the changes, and they do.
Set.
So they feed the scrum.
Okay.
Getting pushed backwards under pressure from Czechia.
Okay, good.
So they have to hustle to maintain that ball, and they do so. There's a penalty, no release.
Number 4, no release.
Get out of jail for Poland there as the pressure really seemed to come on. Now is a new man. Dubé Panache. A poor pass, but there's no dancing to be seen. A big handoff coming in there. That'll make the coach happy, even if the pass doesn't. And another inaccuracy, so the players really struggling with the execution at the moment. And that just gives Czechia another opportunity. We just spoke about them seeing out that yellow card period without conceding a point, maybe giving them some confidence, and now they have an opportunity to attack on their own.
Yeah, I agree, especially with it being an unforced error. That's something that switches your mind as well. You can see, oh, this team's struggling already, so we can do something now. So let's see, Mirowski feeding the scrum. Poland's pushing upwards. That means there's a penalty, and Mirowski has taken it quickly, attacks, and has a good tackle. He's rolling away, but too slow according to the referee. There's another penalty. They again take it quickly, and now there must be space outside, which there is, and as Poland's too worried about that space, Aschenberger goes over to score, and Czech take the lead 12 points to 10.
Yeah, Maxim Aschenbrenner, he's been a live wire this weekend, and just profiting from the good work from Iraqi there, who put Poland under pressure, and they just distribute to the simple things. Look, he goes in between 2 players, stays low through the contact, and guides that ball to the ground. The conversion is good, and with that, Czechia extend their lead to 4 points, looking for their first win of the weekend here in Hamburg. So the second half is well underway. 5-minute mark approaching, so just over 2 minutes left to be played. Oh, and another little opportunity, just unable to give the pass cleanly, unfortunately. But Czechia maintain possession and find the space on the left-hand side. Straightening nicely, but a little slip, just taking the momentum out for Aschenbrenner. And back to the right-hand side. A lovely kick finding the space. If this sits up for him, he should be in, but it doesn't sit up for him. And they'll have to go again. Penalty for the offside. And the tap and go. Looking to the left-hand side where there must be space, straightening. Oh, unfortunately, that just goes loose for Czechia, and this gives Portugal again, sorry. They're not on the pitch. Poland with the opportunity.
Yeah, it's frustrating because they had a very clear 3-on-2 in front of them, and then he decides to look for the offload. But now, looking to make up for it. It breaks the line. Patrick Prucha offloads, and the ball's loose, but it's in touch. So it's 14 points to 10. Still no points being scored on this occasion. But yeah, like I said, it's frustrating. Hey, you have the numbers, it's a 3-on-2, and then your players wait until he gets tackled, offloads, messes up the offload, do well to recover, and then Prucha was a nice line break. But now, again, Poland with a chance to attack.
Yeah, Czechia just making their own life a little bit difficult there. They've done the hard work. They've been through that yellow card period. They've regained the lead, and you would have thought that would have been the easiest try for them. They've already scored two in much more difficult situations.
I remember our coach once telling to me, it's so easy to play the space, the hard part is to create the space. And that's the extra part that makes it so frustrating. They have created that space and then are not able to execute on it.
So it'll be a line out to Poland in their own 22. They've struggled a little bit with the execution when they come under pressure, so this will be interesting how Czechia go about pressurising them. That didn't look to be straight, and the referee agrees. So once more, Czechia with the ball, with possession. And they accept the gift gratefully.
Yeah, this is very important to them. It's 30 seconds to go. They were looking to defend now for like almost a minute, and now they can reset the scrum slowly, attack, keep the ball for 20 seconds and get it off the park.
So from left to right, stepping.
Touch.
Surga, David Surga, he was fantastic last year.
Knocks the ball on. The referee was shown an advantage for an unintentional knock-on.
Yeah, it was worth trying that.
It was an intentional knock-on. He gives a yellow card as well, so it's a penalty. The hoot is gone. Penalty is not taken on the mark. Czechs
just tap it and get off the park.
No, they're looking for a scrum. They want to get one more point.
Yeah, they do want the points. It will be relevant. They might get into third place with a win, but it probably won't be enough, will it? They're looking for points here.
Blue one, go out. Okay.
Conceding a total of 61 points on day one, only scoring 7, so this is the right tactical decision. Even if they do score here, it probably won't be enough to secure the third place position. Oh, the huge scrum from Poland coming in. And with that, we see the end of the game. So Czechia win, 14 points to 10, Robbie. They'll be delighted with the victory in the individual game, but I think this feeling of disappointment for the first leg of the Rugby Europe Championship here in Hamburg is still real for them, and they'll have everything to prove later in the day when they go into the ranking semi-finals.
Yeah, they'll still be happy to get at least the first victory of the tournament, and they'll have something to play for later on and something to prove. So I'm looking forward to see the next game of them.
And we'll continue with the men's competition after Czechia, Poland. That's Pool B, Spain against Germany. Spain seeded 2nd, Germany seeded 5th. However, Germany did top the group on day 1 with 2 wins from 2. Spain losing, slipping up in a game. They've scored 33, conceded 33, and that's left them in 3rd place in the group. So they'll really look to turn the screw here on the home team. But a lot of excitement. Robbie, what are your thoughts going into this crucial game for the German team?
I have been very impressed with Germany yesterday. They were absolutely clinical with ball in hand. They did not concede a single point. Both games winning with a clean sheet and a very big margin. So they've been really impressive. To me, on form, they're the nail-on favorites in this game. But you also have to think this is a thing that can boost your confidence and gives you a wrong feeling of security. Germany have to be very careful not to take this game for granted as they're on form. They really have to put on the same mindset. And this is something Spain could cause an upset that hurts a lot. So Germany really have to be focused and start this game. German crowd gets very excited seeing the Wolfpack taking the field. They've got very loud when they ran onto the field. Now there's a countdown going. The game's about to start.
It is indeed. And the German players ready. They've left the space in the backfield. And that's exactly where Spain kick. But it's a long one. If this might just dribble over the line, and it does. Well judged. It'll be a line out to Germany on the 5-meter line. If that had gone dead in goal, it would have been a much worse result for Spain. But we'll just listen into an interview. My mate Andy's found someone.
Quarter-final place. Thank you very much for the congrats, but obviously there is a triangle between the countries that beat each other, so it's going to be difficult to get into the quarterfinals. I don't think we have a stand a chance. Depends on the game that's played right now.
Exactly that. Watching this game, you'll be watching this game closely. You'll be hoping, actually, I think, for a Germany win.
Definitely a big win as well.
Yeah, Germany have got that. They're sitting top at the moment, so have you been a Germany fan for most of your life?
Well, they have been great this season, to be honest. I myself have been watching them on the World Championships, and that's really the dream of every single country playing on the European Championships, to get there, to get to the top of the top and compete with the best.
Well, let's see how this game goes. I wish you all the best. Hopefully you'll make it, and good luck to Germany in this one.
Andy.
Thank you. Cheers.
What a fantastic interview, Andy, you're a cheeky boy. Anyway, we come back to the action here with Germany defending in their own 22. A little bit of desperation here, but they hustle well to drag down the Spanish attack. The pressure forces the error. Germany will be delighted with that. They're not out of the danger zone yet, but that gives them the opportunity to do so. Here we see that little error again, and that is all down to the pressure and the hustle, the work rate off the ball of the German defenders.
Yeah, it's two things. It's not only the way they're defending or making their attacks, also the way they're staying connected, because Spain do well to move the ball from side to side. There's a lot of movements happening in that attack. And Germany, they do so well on communicating, on keeping their spaces and not being jagged in, and this is what causes the error here. And now Felix Hufnagel gives the ball to Tilzana, and he does a nice juggle, regathers it.
Eichholz on the right-hand side. He's a great tournament, and he's almost found the gap there. Spain just dragging him down. Germany these days one of the technically strongest teams on the series. And Chris Ume getting the offload away. They attack down the left-hand side, this home team. And the Spanish somehow getting as low as you like in that contest. Coming up with the ball, what a jackal from the guests here in Hamburg.
Yeah, very well. Good work by the Spanish team. It was a good attack. Chris Ume with a nice offload, but then Spain do well, buy time, make the tackle. Then look the way he rolled out, making sure there was space for him to create a jackal opportunity, and he did really well. It's perfect execution.
It's incredible technique, isn't it? Because he's kept his hands pointing up. If they point down and he gets that low, the referee's getting a very different picture. He's managed to avoid putting his forearms on the ground to support his own body weight. Incredible in the turnover.
But Germany win a scrum penalty, immediately getting the ball back. Great work. And now they might get a kick in to see if they can clear their own line and finally get some territory.
They've chosen to take the scrum. Probably a good decision with these weather conditions. I think a lot of teams struggling with the line out at this point, so the scrum probably the better set piece, even if they don't have the territorial gain from the kick. They'll back themselves to run the wing. And we've got real width in the German setup here.
Sit!
Yeah, Bela Zinnermann, he's standing unbelievably wide. And Eichholz switches with Hufnagel. And the space to throw the offload is well cut down by the Spanish team, so the tackle Hufnagel is made. Good tackle again by Spain. And now Eichholz to Hufnagel again. Hufnagel looking to retrieve with some footwork. Can't get through, and now Germany slowed down a little.
Yeah, but building the attack well, keeping possession. Possession will inevitably lead to points.
And now Ume looking back short side, beating defenders, drawing into, and now there's 3 defenders on the floor, so there must be space somewhere else on the field. It is out wide. They're looking to attack through. I think that's Max Kampholz, Lennox Wiese, carrying into contact. Bela Zinnermann picking the ball up, going in again.
And onto the left once more through Eichholz. Stepping and looking for a gap. He's beat the first man, but that offload just going astray. So Spain now back in possession. The 3rd place team in Group B. They're not used to being in that kind of a position, so there's pride at stake here, not just points.
unbelievable game, right? It's 5 minutes played, we still have no points. We saw a very low-scoring game earlier with, I think it was Georgia against Lithuania, but this game's 0-0 with 5 minutes. Both teams defending really, really well. It's a game of defensive efforts as both teams look dangerous with the ball in hand, but they just cannot execute as both teams also defend so well and cancel all these chances. Spain do kick for touch, they go into their territory, ball lands right on the 22.
Okay, white on the line. Red is marked.
Okay. So Spain from the line out. It is a difficult day for expansive sevens rugby. The execution is being challenged. That's a lovely line out though, and they're off the mark. Looking to get some width in the game. Stepping on the inside, and Ume trying to monster him. And he does! He somehow managed to earn Germany a penalty. And turning defence into attack in that blink of an eye. But like I said, execution today an issue for even the best of players. And Chris Ume, a leader in the team these days. Did you see the hand signal there, Robbie? Just telling his boys to stay cool.
Mate, that was class. Immediately telling the boys, go down, and now we have to defend again. But that German defense has been the real strength of them all tournament. They've not conceded a single point. So they won't be too worried about this. Still, the Spain team is the most dangerous team they've faced so far. Cedric Eicholz on a knee.
Yeah, he seems to have a little problem with the hip or the knee.
He would be a big loss. He was so good so far.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything hard. I think it was just in the collision there, wasn't it? I think he's just taken a bump, so maybe he's got a bit of a dead leg, or just take a hit on the hip. Maybe a liver, who knows? There we see that hit right in the soft spot. That's what the coaches will teach you if you join your local club. Get your hard bits into the soft bits.
Yeah, it's great tracking by Mando as well, because you have to chase Cedric Eicholz down. He's already like making half a line break, and he still manages to get a hit in that perfect position. It's really good work by the Spanish defender.
Yeah, so this game not really getting into flow yet. There's a lot of changes of possession. Both teams struggling to really get into a flow, but I'd say Germany maybe slightly with the upper hand here. When they do defend, they seem to win the ball back very quickly. And Spain will look to change that now, attacking from their own half. Mendo with a good carry.
Eicholz still on the field. Bela Zindermann makes the tackle. And here's the knock on. And the halftime hoot is gone, so if Germany make nothing of that advantage, there will be halftime.
They'll look to attack here, though. They want to take a lead into halftime. They're not happy with 0-0. And Hufnagel. Eicholz once more, so he looks to have recovered from that knock. And there's an overlap here. Ume with the ball on the outside. He will challenge the one-on-one. He's broken the first tackle. He's running off. He's a quick boy. And he gets into that corner just ahead of the challenging tackler. Germany take the lead, Robbie. That will be the end of the half.
Outstanding performance by Chris Ume so far. He had that carry out earlier where he beat 3 defenders just through his sheer physicality. Then he won that turnover, and now look at that. That fend, and off he goes. He's a big boy with some pace, and he scores that try in the corner. It's a very important try because that halftime, it was really competitive, and now Germany have a clear momentum with this try going into halftime.
Yeah, it's been so good to watch his development over the years. I remember a few years back, he was fresh on the circuit, fresh in that team, and he was struggling with his mobility, with his running mechanics, and to watch him finishing off tries like that, he must be incredibly proud of what he's achieved in his career. Conversion just falling short.
Just kick super long. We don't want to play in our half with these conditions. Okay, let's be smart, kick there and put pressure. We are defending really well, in attack, a little bit more conservative. Short passes, if we don't have a clear pass, carry strong, make meters, and then we play from there. Okay, Seri, how are you? Good?
Pero primer intento, si no, nos abrimos rápido, que está oyendo muy bien la presión porque no estamos en los racks. ¿Vale? Perfecto. En ataque, vamos a moverles más. No hemos conseguido hacer muchas fases. Vamos a guardar, hacer fases y les estamos encontrando los huecos. Ha tenido una aquí Javi que ha encontrado hueco, no aquí ha tenido oportunidad. Vamos a seguir trabajándolo. Necesitamos un pelín más.
Here we go with that replay of how Germany managed to take the lead in the dying moments of the half. It looked, they went 7 minutes without a single point in this fixture, and then all of a sudden Germany do find the opportunity through Chris Ume.
Yeah, we can give Lennox Wiese also some credit here. It's a difficult pass with a slippery condition, and he throws a skip pass that's super accurate exactly into Chris Ume's hands. So yeah, credits to him for throwing that ball his way. Now the teams take the field again, and Germany's about to kick off the second half.
Yeah, and you just mentioned the credit for Wiese for that good pass. You're absolutely right, but that was the message now from the coach of Germany. He said, let's not risk the long pass, let's keep it a bit tighter. If you're not sure about the pass, just run. There's been a couple of their passes have gone astray, so maybe that's a good experience call on this situation.
It's cool to see in the stands, and obviously there's a big Germany fan block considering it's their home tournament, but there's also a Spanish fan block. There's a couple of Spain flags being waved around, so it's really cool to see that both teams have their fan block, and it's a nice atmosphere right now watching this game in the stadium as Germany kick off with a deep kick.
Yeah, deep kick through Eichholz there. Spain do field it well, but look at that pressure. A big hit coming in from Anton Gleitze. And Spain forced to kick. Eichholz fumbles, it has gone forward. He did his best to rotate the body and guide that backwards, but he's just not quite managed on this occasion. You don't see a lot of clearance kicks in sevens rugby, but this weekend with the rain, with the conditions we have, a lot of teams reverting to that tactic.
Yeah, it is surprising. We do see a lot of kicks, and I mean, obviously it worked for Spain right now. And it makes sense. The ball is harder to catch when it's wet, so the high kick makes it hard for Eichholz. And so Spain do regain territory with the scrum, and now they even get a penalty out of the scrum, so it's even more territory they will win with the kick they're about to take.
Yeah, Chris Ume unfortunately just losing his footing in that scrum more than anything, I think, and he's been penalised for pulling down, but I think it was just a slip, so he'll look to clean his studs and get this scrum right.
And Spain changing their mind, going back to the scrum, so they seem to have something planned off this. It's a nice platform. It's right on the edge of the field, so you have all the space in the world to attack out wide. Let's see what they do.
Ume doing a better job this time, but Spain up to the challenge. Slight inaccuracy, so the pressure comes on. Eichholz doing well there. And Spain keeping possession, but under immense pressure once more. And Ume again, making up for his error earlier. He's having a big game, and that's his second turnover of the contest.
The German defense is so impressive, isn't it? Yesterday it was already, but yesterday it was easier to be good about it because they were so dominant in the attack as well. Today they've been really challenged, and they're up for the challenge, making big hits, and Chris Ume with his second turnover of the game.
Yeah, and he'll be subbed off now. He is being replaced. He's had a big impact. And he makes his way very slowly with a bit of confusion towards the bench as we see a replay of that big last act. No, there was, like I said, there's some confusion. He is staying on. They're bringing on Amakuedi. They're bringing on Gleitze, taking off Eichholz, and I think Kamholz.
Yeah, Kamholz the other one. Hufnagel playing 4. I've never seen that before, but now he's about to feed the scrum.
I mean, you've spoken a lot about him this weekend, Robbie. We know about his technical ability. He's got a very cool head, and he has all the playmaking ability, so why not?
Yeah, with him now wearing a scrum hat as well, he reminds you of John Doe in his prime, doesn't he? With that skill set he has, and the composure he has, and the ability to play all the positions on the field.
Gleitze distributing well. Slight error from File with the pass, but they regather the ball well.
Good carry by Bela Zindermann there, getting low, getting leg drive, and then recollecting the ball, so Germany have something quick to play off. And Hufnagel using footwork and being dragged down by Spain. But now there's probably an over. No, there is not. It's equal numbers in Spain, but defend well, force an error. And now Spain again with the ball. Germany really being challenged on both sides of the ball. They're challenged when they have to defend, but they're also challenged when they have to attack. They really have to work to gain yardage. And now Spain back with the ball in hand.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're two great teams, aren't they? They're both very experienced. Spain with the World Series experience, a little bit more than Germany. So yeah, they're not going to have anything easy today. But still well in control of this game. It's only a 5-point advantage. but they've pinned Spain back in their own half for over 3 minutes already.
Yeah, we said before the game, Germany, there's a risk of them having a bit of arrogance or a bit of too much confidence after that very, very dominant 2 performances in the first day. I think we can easily say this is not the case. They're taking this game very, very seriously. They're super disciplined. Unfortunately, in this case, they give away a penalty, but generally they're very disciplined on defense. They're sticking to the system, and it's really, really all-rounded performance by 2 great teams.
Yeah, that was less a discipline issue. I think the Spanish cleaning support player doing a very good job here of just pinning the tackler in and not allowing him to roll, which obviously is completely legal. It's the tackler's responsibility, and that's just a little bit of smart tricks from the Spanish team, showing their experience in that situation.
Yeah, little dark arts.
So Spain with the scrum. They've got a long way to go here, but 1 try with a conversion would put them ahead. So the ball going backwards from that technical error. So Spain do maintain possession. Running at Ume might not be the best idea. And once again, Germany earned the penalty. Hufnagel plays quickly to Ume, distributing out wide, Gleitzer. Oh. Again, that's what the head coach was saying at half-time. We don't need to throw the wide passes, get the spacing a bit tighter, and we'll have more success. In this occasion, they do throw the wide pass, and the coach will be saying, well, that's what I told you, boys.
Yeah, I see what he was seeing there. Bela Zinnerman was in space. If he gets a clean ball, he probably runs there over, but especially you have McQuaid on your outside, you give it to him. People will be looking at him. He's either going to go through himself, even if he does not, defenders will be looking at him, and he can give that final pass.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say there is you've got to play the situation you have, not the situation you want. You might want a dry ball, and you might want to throw that missed pass, but it's not what you got. You've got a wet ball, and you've got a 3-on-2, so you've got to play it. Go through the hands. I think that'll be really frustrating for the German team, because with little errors, like with the score in that situation, they come out in a very controlling situation. Against the big teams, they're going to need to be more clinical in their execution. Penalty for Spain. Once again, the scrum from Germany just trying too many tricks.
Scrum again.
And Spain call for another scrum.
Yeah, I mean, the line is a risky option, as we said earlier, so it makes sense. And you want a platform. Both teams are too good at defending to just create something from a tap play. I don't think they'll fall for that. So you need that platform where the forwards are dragged in and you have the whole field to attack the whole width. Let's see what they'll do from here.
Coach!
Again, we've played 6 minutes and there's no points being scored in this half. We had the same in the first half. It's such a...
Is that all down to the conditions?
I don't think it is. This is 2 teams really evenly matched, just cancelling each other out. Spain this time, they decide to kick again. They did well on the first time. This time Hufnagel does well to retain a no handling error this time. And then he gets a good carry, go forward. Ball's clean out. And now they're able to move it. Again, making little handling errors on the way. Glides on the wing, carrying it in. And now Amakwede, he's a danger man, and he draws in the eyes, frees Ben Ellermann, but Ellermann drops it. And then there's a little shot after the whistle. The referee reverses the knock-on and gives a penalty to Germany, I think, if I interpret his signals correctly.
Yeah, well, let's have a look and see how this situation plays out, because I would expect to see a card, maybe. That was foul play after the whistle was blown. It was a little bit reckless. I don't think there was any nasty intent behind it, but it was reckless nonetheless, and we do see a yellow card. That's exactly what Germany want in these dying stages of the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did change a tactic and just try and see out this game in the right part of the pitch.
It is exactly what we said earlier about Amakwede. He's in the middle on the field, he gets the ball, and immediately people will look at him. So he gets the ball, he runs a couple of steps, and then he gives the ball away. And Ellermann, we saw just on the back, he gets unlucky there, he doesn't catch the ball cleanly, and then clearly after the whistle, there's a shot on him, it's a fair yellow card. And now Germany can take a scrum of this, take time off the clock, they're 1 man up. All they will want to do is now keep the ball and get it off the park as quickly as possible.
Yeah, 20 seconds left to be played here, so they'll just run down the clock. Who knows, maybe we will see one last try in this fixture, but Germany don't need to force anything here. Keep the ball, 20 seconds, get it off the pitch, and they will top their group.
I can feel this game has a real impact on me. Hey, I get really nervous about it. It's such an exciting game. It's 5 points up. It's so low scoring, but so many things happening at the same time. And now in the dying stages, it's still exciting. It's a really impressive game.
Eddie on the left-hand side.
It's a switch play
We've seen this play before. Can he play the pass? He doesn't need it. He'll go all the way. It's a repeat of last year against Belgium. Will he go into the crowd? Fantastic. He's got a big smile on his face. He's done that so often.
It's a Hamburg Sevens classic. They did that last year in their last game as well. Amar Quedi switching around the corner off the scrum and then using all the pace in the world, creating a 2-on-1, beating the defenders. He again threw a dummy pass as well, which he did last year as well. So it's just outstanding work. A Hamburg Sevens classic, unbelievable. And Germany, I was talking about them being conservative, keeping the ball, but they don't need to. Amar Quedi scoring a try.
Here we see that finish. The only difference to last year is he went through the middle, and today he went on the outside. Here the conversion from Hoofnagel.
Maybe he's gotten even quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't need to step these days, just burn them. No, fantastic play, both teams as well. The utmost of respect for Spain. It's not their day possibly. They've been having a tough tournament. But all the plaudits go to this German team. It was a real effort. Amako Eddy with the flashy finish, but come on, Chris Ume, he probably won that game for them, didn't he? What an influential display with turnovers, with tries, with tackles.
Absolutely, and Germany not only unbeaten in the group stage, but also 0 points conceded in the group stage. That is a massive result. They can be so happy about that.
Absolutely, and we will continue play after a short break with the women's competition then, and that's coming up in roughly half an hour. It'll be 2:15 Central European time, and it'll be Great Britain against Turkey.
So, liebe Leute, wie angekündigt, kommen wir jetzt in Zusammenarbeit mit Eurovia zu unserer Kick-Challenge und möchten mal die 3 Namen aufrufen, die wir gezogen haben. Erster Name ist Mandy Kanzler. Bitte einmal die Runde aufstellen. Mandy Kanzler. Dann haben wir, ich hoffe, ich spreche es richtig aus, Anouk Chemin oder Chemin. Dritten Teilnehmer, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, Niklas Koch. Haben wir hier noch jemanden außer unserem eigentlichen Nationalmannschaftskapitän, der Niklas Koch ist, dann gerne unterkommen. Ansonsten müssen wir dann noch einen Zettel ziehen. Der Niki, da muss ja sein Knie auch noch schonen. Ne? Wir wollten gerade sagen, der ist verletzt. Der ist hier nochmal irgendwie eine weitere Verletzung zu sehen, das geht ganz schlecht. Aber Niki ist ja auch felsenfeste Überzeugung, letztens ist er fit. Also, Mandy und Anouk, bitte einmal hier runter. Haben uns denn Mandy und Anouk gehört? Könnt ihr euch mal ganz kurz zu verstehen geben? Dann kommt gerne schnell aufs Feld zu uns. So, da kommt die erste. Da kommt die zweite. Ich glaube, Niklas Koch kommt in nicht, deswegen sind wir noch neue Zettel. Jan-Peter Weser, bitte auch einmal aufs Feld. Ich kann euch schon mal ganz kurz die Regeln erklären. Wir haben das ja letztes Jahr auch gemacht.
Well done, well done. We'll jump in here, they're going to do it on that side. See what our countdown. Feeling good? like that. So here we go, Germany through again. Top of the group, are you happy with that?
Yeah, we're very happy with the group phase so far, or being done. Obviously got 0 points against us. That's obviously something we're very proud of. The defense seems to work. So yeah, we're very happy.
Yeah, that was a physical game. There's some really big clashes in there, really big collisions. Have you been working hard on your defense this season?
Yeah, absolutely. The defense has, over the last 3 years actually, the defense has been our main focus, and it's finally paying off. And yeah, we're very happy, yeah.
Obviously the weather here in Hamburg today is not very good, but how about that crowd? Have that crowd been pushing you along?
Absolutely, absolutely. Hamburg is something we always look forward to because of the home crowd, and it's amazing, even with rain.
Fantastic. Well, good luck in the quarterfinals. We look forward to seeing you in the final as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Mandy, du machst als nächstes. Wo hast du so Musik gelernt? Spielst du welchen Verein? Also, Lokalmatadorin vom Hamburger Rugby Club. Euer Applaus. 5. Mandy, auf geht's. Ja. Du kannst dir ja vielleicht noch ein paar Tipps hier abholen, Manu.
Stay on the tunnel, scrum half. Take him back over.
Mann, das wird dich voll geil, aber obwohl das voll nichts ist.
No.
Good boys. Every game more aggressive, tackle more, be more organized in defense. We are doing pretty more difficult, but every game it's an opportunity to improve, and that's our goal.
Yeah, the conditions make it harder. We've seen a lot of the aggression, we've seen a lot good physicality from you.
Stay square. Ey, Nils. Zuerst hat der...
Go back. Okay. Go,
Scores the first try.
Yes!
Hey, go
Backwards.
Bangerina!
Second try.
No clear release.
Mani! Stai dentro!
Hinter mit Tor.
he's fine, but one needs to roll.
We have to play in these conditions better next game because next opponent will be...
Yeah, the conditions aren't going to get much better. We really hope the quarterfinal is a little bit drier for you. You will get to run a little bit more. Yeah. When you do get ball and handle, you look dangerous. Have you been working hard on your attack?
Yeah, we will.
No, release.
Hey, rozbijaj.
Good.
Musisz na chóru. Eski, ruce.
Meters good. Release. Number 30.